can go out here every single day and prove that I am. And still today, they see it's a live account and they're like, well, it's a demo account. Get the fuck out of here. You're a clown. They're literally saying that AMP account says live on a demo account. I want somebody to go out there and open up an AMP demo account and log into it with TradingView and let's see if it says fucking AMP live. Fuck out of here, man. These people are fucking clowns. But if my son or any one of my students go out there and they consistently hit that target every single day, and they're doing it with the idea that they're aiming for a direction, okay? Because every one of us, when we first start, we're like sailboats without a rudder, meaning wherever the wind blows us, that's where we're going to go. And that's why it's so easy to system hop. Oh, this person's getting a lot of attention right now. Oh, what do they do? Oh, they're using VWAP. Oh, maybe I should put a VWAP on my chart. Oh, what are they doing? They're doing supply and demand with Elliott Wave and Wyckoff blended. Oh, well, maybe I should add that stuff too. No, 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 no. If I'm going to say this, okay? If you're going to learn from me, you're going to put down everything else because I'm going to criticize any blending of anything because really what you're doing is you're going to dilute the effects and efficacy of what it is I teach by placing emphasis on things that have no bearing on why price goes up and down. So if you're going to be a student of my work, you need to cast everything else to the side because it's all bullshit. It's all time and price. That's all that it is. But I have little artifacts and price action that help you identify when these elements are coming into the fray where it's going to cause markets to do certain things. And when they're not there, you do nothing. But if you're not going to be a student of my stuff, don't use any of my stuff and fall in line with whatever anybody else is teaching you and see how that yields for you. And whoever's teaching you, they need to be focusing on things that I'm sharing in the long-winded stuff because you can tell when somebody's made a lot of money and has been around the block for a long time because they're going to give you advice that makes a lot of sense and it's going to fly in the face of what you think you should be doing. That's how you know right away that somebody has a little bit more wisdom than you. And I rejected that when I was younger. I rejected that on the things that mattered the most. When people were trying to suggest that I shouldn't risk so much money, I was like, not me. I'm going to go in there as much leverage I can put on. That's what I'm putting on because I have to quit my job. I got to get out of the rat race. Well, Caleb, he just experienced getting fired. He lost the job because of output. His ability to keep up with a quota that they raised up, he wasn't able to meet that criteria. So now he has to work at a job out of state. He spends more money in commuting. That's the outcome. And I could be the dad that says, "Here you go, son. Here's $100,000 for this year. Live comfortably, and then in January I'll give you another $100,000. Live comfortably, and just do whatever you want to do, and just be a bum." I could be that, but that's not what I want. So now the motivation that is required to learn this, he has it now because he knows what it tastes like when you're eating the shit from the shovel that they give you and call it a job. He knows what it feels like now. So that motivation to learn how to do this is highest than it's ever been. And for some of you, it's going to take those types of lessons in life where something's taken from you or hardship comes. And you're forced to say, okay, what am I doing this for? Am I really in here trying to get worshipped by other people on social media? Is that really going to pay my bills? Is that really going to make me a better trader? Or is it something as simple as saying, where's the market going to go? How can I find a way to facilitate a mechanism or model that says I'm buying or selling today? What is that? Well, it's two different things here, blended. A gap opening at 9:30 based on previous day's settlement. So the first 30 minutes right away, you know the bias is based on that gap, half that gap filling. But what happens when half that gap filling also yields something beyond that, where you have clusterings of the new day opening, new day opening gap or new week opening gap? What happens when that is in the storyline too? Then you have much more likelihood of the 70% probability of that half of the gap from 9:30 opening bell and previous day settlement filling or printing. And then full gap closure or three-quarter gap closure or even more until we get into the highest level of clustered new week opening gaps or new day opening gaps. Both of these are indicating that the market's going to go lower right from the opening bell. So we're not even trying to predict the closing price. We're not trying to predict the weekly range direction. We're not doing any of those things. We're looking at guerrilla warfare techniques where you just go in there. Okay, if you walked out your house and shit hit the fan, all hell breaks loose in your neighborhood. You know, do you know what you're going to do? How you're going to react? What are you going to do? By trading this way, Caleb is not required to have everything else that I've made available to all of you on my YouTube channel. It gives him something to focus on right here, right now, which is the reason why I said 2024 is the perfect starting point. There's other things you can learn in all the other playlists, but you should start here at this one if you've never done anything else with my work because it's over top of live price action. It's giving you something that is intended for my own son. It's not wishy-washy. It's not ambiguous. They're very, very specific things I've given you in 2024's mentorship. I peeled back all of the fluff, okay, and where it's necessary, the talking points like I'm doing today, it's to remind you the importance of why I teach the way I teach. Last week I covered these conditions here.